Hey there, fellow stackers. Hope you guys are having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a part two of ways that you can test your silver from home or things that you can take with you if you are purchasing some silver from a private seller. If you have not watched part one, I recommend you watch it. I will have the link in the description. That was a very popular video, and I did got some really great feedback saying, hey, make a part two. So here we go. And before I get started, I just want to do this disclaimer. I recommend you not only just do one test, always do multiple testing when you're buying silver, especially from a private seller. As you are aware, a lot of these counterfeit people, man, they're getting better and better, and they're getting a lot good at making these coins looking like the real thing. So once again, this is just to kind of give you a little bit of education of what things that you can do to kind of help protect you from not buying a fake silver. Right, fellow stackers, for number one, it's probably the easiest and the cheapest way because you don't have to buy a tool. The only thing you got to use is your eyes. That is right. And I'm going to say the very first thing that you should do if you want to inspect the silver coin is the visual inspection. That is correct. A first simple test is a hallmark comparison of coins with product images of this manufacturer. I'm going to post right here. This is a picture of what a real one looks like. You should always, if you're unaware of what a coin should look like, let's say you're buying this from a third party, look it up, do your research, go on like SD Bullion websites, go to the manufacturer and see what it's supposed to look like. Look at the clarity. And another thing is when you're doing the visualizations, are the proportions correct? Does the embossing depth appear like the originals? Are all the elements present? These and other questions about the detail of silver coins and bars can provide initial indication of the existence of silver counterfeit. Particularly important, should the object have corrugated or smooth knurling? Right here. This is something that a lot of counterfeiters get wrong. But just keep in mind, however, that counterfeits are always involving the replicas and should therefore not be relied on by this method alone. Remember, this is just going to be a method that's going to maybe give you a red flag. And so I'm going to use this one here since I already have it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. This is a 2013 Chinese Panda. And if you can see how clear, look at the clarity on this one here. Very beautiful. And I'm going to compare this to a 2010. This is a 2010 that I bought a few months ago. And just doing the visual, it doesn't take an expert right now. So if you look at these two right now, you're going to tell me something looks off, right? This 2010 looks really off right now. And the difference is because, just like I said, detail is big. Automatically, the coin on the left side is so detailed. Look at that 1 ounce AG 999. Look how clear you can see that. You can read it. Look at the 10, the number 10 on top. Look how clear that is. If you look at this one here, you can barely see it. You can barely read it. 1 ounce AG 999. If you notice, it's a lot bigger. They couldn't get it exact like this one. That right there is a red flag. Look at the back. Now they kind of got the ridges correct. It is slanted. They got that right. But look at the back. Look at the tempo. This is the real one. Look at the detail. How fine the detail is. Look at the writing. 2013. Look at this one here. Look at that 2010. It's just not clear. Look at the back here. Look at this. This looks like it's getting discolored. There's really no detail on the tempo. This one has fine detail. So that's a big red flag. So your number one, and I will always tell you guys, always do a visual test. Like I said, it's not always going to be 100%. But you know what? Sometimes you have to use that red flag and say, you know what? I'm going to pass on that one. So, you know, and if you can see here, this one looks a little bit thicker than this one. So, know your coins. Know what they look like. Know how they should look like. Know if they're supposed to be like any preview marks, any mint marks on there. Get to know your coins before you buy one. Like I said, if if you're buying a coin that you never bought before and you're buying it off someone in person, go on the website, look up pictures, take pictures of it. So that is another way to test if you have a gold or silver coin, if it's whether a fake or real. I hope this one helps you out. All right, fellow stackers. And for this test, it is called a balance test. This is a test that you can get on Amazon. I paid about $25 for it. And these are only for specific silver coins. They do sell this for gold. But the reason why I don't have it is because I really don't own a lot of gold coins. And plus, I will never buy any gold coins off a third market. And when I said a third market, that is a private seller. I will never meet somebody and buy any gold coins. That is, for me, my personal is that's just too much money to invest in and have a counterfeit. So, but for silver coins, this is really great. It's really simple. You can carry this in your pocket. And this is for kangaroos, American Eagles, Maple Leaf, Philharmonics, the Asahi, Buffalo Rounds, Cougarons, and Britannia. And what this does is it does several things. You can test the depth, as you can see here, the depth of each coin. It should fit nice and snug in there. It also tests the diameter, but I'm just gonna tell you one thing. I don't ever use this as a testing the diameter because really, it doesn't tell you what coin should be for what, so it makes no sense. But I do use this for the balance, and the way this thing works, and this is pretty cool. So there's two sides, so you have to use both sides when you test the balance. So really quick, and then I'm gonna show you how it works. So when you put it this way, it says coin should tip on this side. So what that means is when you place it on a surface level and you place your coin here, it should tip. See right here? See how this tipped up? So when you put that coin, it should tip up. So that's part one of the test. Okay? And then this is what it tests if it's balanced. And then you flip it over. So this is the other side now. And then it says the coin should not tip. So when you put a coin here, if it tips, that tells you that it's a counterfeit. That coin is not balanced. If it doesn't tip, then that tells you, and like I said, always do one or two different types of tests. Never go by just one. It is more likely a real silver coin. So I'm gonna test it out. So I'm gonna show you guys, and I'm gonna kind of zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see better. Okay, and then I'm gonna try that with several ones so you guys can know. So this is, we're gonna do a 2016 American Eagle. So now when you put it in there, you gotta get it right in the middle, center. We gotta make sure it's nice and center. And automatically, you see that. It's just lifted up. So I'm gonna put that down. There it is. Okay, so that's part one. So that's what it should do, right? Because it says right here, coin should tip on this side. So now I'm gonna flip it around. Now the coin should not tip. So I'm gonna make sure you put in a flat, level surface. We're gonna do it again. You gotta make sure that it's nice and center inside here. You don't wanna, and there it is, guys. Notice it did not tip up. I'm gonna show you guys. That's tip up. I'm gonna let go and it went back down. So this American Eagle is balanced. So that tells me that is an authentic. And all right. So let's try this one more time. We're gonna try this one. Let's see what we got here. Let's try Canadian maple since it's a lot smaller, so you guys can see the difference. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same side. Coin should not tip. So we're gonna put the Canadian maple here. This is a lot smaller. You gotta make sure it's nice and center. There it is. It did not tip. I'm gonna show you guys. That's tip, and that went back down. Okay. Now remember what I said. You gotta do. This takes two parts. We're gonna flip it over. Now, in this part, it says the coin should tip. So We're gonna make sure it's nice and balanced. And there it is. It tipped up. I'm gonna push it down. And it went back up. So that tells me that this is more likely an authentic coin because it is balanced. Now, unfortunately, I do not have any counterfeits of any of these, so I cannot test it 100% whether that how accurate that is. If I'm able to access a counterfeit American Eagle or any of the other coins, I would throw in I'll do another video to show you guys. But like I said, I don't have any counterfeits, so I can't prove it 100% if this is 100% accurate. But like I said, it has worked for me. But I haven't found a coin that's been a counterfeit. So I'll leave that up to you guys. If you guys want to use something like this, like I said, I bought this on Amazon. I paid about $25. This is available in silver and for gold. Once again, it's the coin balance. All right, let's get on to the next one. All right, fellow stackers, another way to test your silver coins is a very simple method for testing silver is to use a digital caliper to determine the correct dimensions, which is the thickness and diameter of the silver coins. The exact set points can be found on the websites of the manufacturer, or like me, if you look, I'm going to post a picture here. I usually go to like SD Bullion, JM Bullion, and that's where I get my information of what the dimensions should be. And this is a great way. So I got two different types. And the reason why I have two is because I've seen some videos, I've seen some forums where a lot of stackers say that they love to use the one that is a plastic caliper because it will not damage your coin. This is the plastic one. This is a cheap one. I paid like $5 for it. But in my personal opinion, I don't think these are very accurate. But then again, most of these are going to be off between 0.01, 0.02 millimeters. So it's not going to be off very much. But I do prefer to use one that's a little bit more expensive. This is a stainless steel hardened. This is stainless steel. I bought this at Home Depot. I paid about maybe $25, $30. I bought this a while ago. So this is what, for this test, I'm going to be using this one here. I'm not too worried that I'm going to mess up my coins. All right. So for this test here, I'm going to use the 2013 Chinese Panda and the 2010 Chinese Panda, as they both have the same dimensions and diameters. And I just want to say something before I do this, as a disclaimer. A lot of these professional counterfeiters, the one thing that most counterfeiters are getting right nowadays, they're getting the dimensions right. So be very wary on that. That's why it's always good to test the dimension and the diameter and the thickness, because a lot of counterfeiters are actually getting the diameter right, but where they can't get it closely is the width. So the 2010 and the 2013 should have a 40 millimeter diameter. So we're gonna use this one here, which we know is the correct one. Let's turn this on. Gotta make sure you zero. So that one has right now is, you get a zero down. And we're gonna look at 40 millimeters. So let's see. There you go, nice and snug. Right there. 40.12, that is very close. Like I said, a lot of these are gonna be either off plus or negative 0.001 or 0.002. So this is very close, okay? Now I'm gonna do this one here. We know this one is a counterfeit. Like I said, a lot of these, they get it correct. So let's see if, let's see if I can get it perfectly in there. Right there. So they have it at 39.99, which is pretty close. That could go to 40. See, that's what I'm saying. There it is. Pretty close. These counterfeiters, they usually get the diameter right. All right, let's test now the thickness. This should be 2.98. right there, and that is 3.57. So off the bat, it's already thicker. It's supposed to be 2.98 right there. All right, and we're gonna try this one here. We know this one here is authentic. That's just 3. So it's pretty close. It's a lot closer. So this one has to wear locks. This one should lock once it's there. Okay. So we're looking at, oh, right there, 2.98, 2.99. There you go. So this right here confirmed that although the diameters were very close, this one showed me that the thickness was correct. This one was off. So this is another way, guys, to test your coins. This works for both gold and silver. And you can take this with you. That's the great thing about it. This is something that you can take with you. All right, guys. Let's go to the next test. All right, fellow stackers, for this test here on how to test your silver, whether it's fake or real, it's the ice test. That is correct. I did say ice. So ice, so silver is one of the best metals for conducting heat because it works as a powerful reflector. So what does that mean? Well, if you put a silver coin on an ice, it should automatically, instantly start to melt. So let me show you guys this. All right. So we're gonna put 2 coins here. You should see the ice melting right away. I'm gonna try to put these at the same time. And as you can see, the coin on the left side, which is the real silver coin, is already melting. Right there. It's already melting, so you can see it. The one on the right, which is a counterfeit, it's not melting at all. If you see that. The left side, it's already melting. So, it is completely dry. No water. Look at that. I'm going to put a Cougar on. This is authentic. You're going to notice that it's going to automatically begin to melt. Right there. Look at that. It's automatically melting. As soon as I put the ice on that Cougar on, it started melting. That tells me that it is real silver. Because remember, once again, like I said, silver is the best metals for conducting heat. And automatically it started conducting heat right there. And it's melting. And that's what it should do. It should automatically melt the ice. Let's put a different coin here. Let's put an American Eagle. Right there. Look at that. It's already melting right away. See that? So this is a great way, an easy way for you guys to test your silver if it's authentic. And I just dropped it on the floor. Let's try it in Philharmonics. Right there. Look at that. Automatically freezing. So this is a great way for you guys to test your silver from home. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you are able to try this on your own silver. Obviously, this is a test that you cannot take with you. You're going to go test it somewhere else because your ice is going to melt by the time you get there. My videos are here just to try to educate you guys. Things that I've learned. These are all the tests that I've showed you today on my video are things that I've learned from either others or from me doing research. But once again, like always, thank you for watching. And if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you do enjoy these videos. And like always, have a blessed day.